All right, our next Alumni Award winner, well, he didn't get the chance to speak just a few minutes ago. He's going to get a chance, trust me. It's also presented by Underwater Construction.
Danny Wuerffel made a name for himself on Florida's Gulf Coast as an All-American quarterback. He wasn't the biggest, nor did he have the strongest arm. But he had a toughness born from learning to adapt at an early age.
Most of my childhood was moving every few years from place to place. South Carolina, Spain, Nebraska, Colorado, Florida. So we were never in any one place too long, and then getting ready to move to the next place. We moved to Fort Walton the summer before my 9th grade year. Moving is always tough when you're young and you kind of feel like you may have to kind of, re-figure out who you are and re-get an identity, and making friends sometimes is difficult. For me, sports always served as that bridge.
As a coach, you always hope to have a positive influence on the guys that you're coaching, and I can honestly say that the years that I spent with Danny, he had a very positive influence on me.
As good a quarterback as there is in Florida, you might want to say he's the best. The Florida Class 4A State Football Championship belongs to Fort Walton Beach.
Despite being a top recruit, Wuerffel redshirted his first year at Florida. The following season, he had to beat out junior Terry Dean for the starting job. In his first SEC game of the 1993 season, Wuerffel got his chance.
We're playing Kentucky. I think it was the second game of the season, and we were heavily favorites, but our starter, Terry, threw, I think, 4 interceptions, and I came in as a backup and threw 3.
Number 7.
Typically, it's hard to win when you have 7 picks.
And you can bet Steve Spurrier is not happy about this.
And lo and behold, we got the ball back, and I didn't know which one to put in. But next thing I turned around, Danny was right in front of me saying, "Coach, I'm ready. Put me in. I'm ready."
This is exactly where you want your opponent to start from.
I told the guys on the sideline, I said, hey, don't hang your head yet, because Danny, he can make things happen.
8 seconds left. 8 precious seconds left. Florida must hurry. Down to 6 seconds. 5 seconds.
Wuerffel dropping back to throw. Pops and fires the ball over the middle.
I credit Danny with really teaching me about competition. Of all the people I've met in my life, one of the truest in terms of putting his money where his mouth is. What he did in terms of to know where to go with the football, how competitive he is. Danny dropped it in perfectly, and the rest is kind of history from there.
2 seconds were left on the clock. Oh, unbelievable!
That was the start of winning 4 straight SECs and a national championship during his 4 years there. I don't know what it is he's got. This guy's got something special about him.
What Wuerffel had was grit.
Wuerffel looks to throw and fires in the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown!
A determination and a focus that helped him to lead Florida through adversity to victory.
It's a touchdown!
In his final 2 seasons at Florida, Wuerffel led the nation with 78 passing touchdowns. His talent broke records. His toughness won big games by beating big names like Peyton Manning. In 1996, his senior season, he collected college football's biggest individual award.
The winner of the 1996 Heisman Trophy is awarded to Danny Wuerffel, University of Florida.
After winning the Heisman Trophy, Wuerffel still had one more big game in his college career. The national championship, played in the Superdome in New Orleans.
Short drop, throwing in the end zone, on and out, touchdown, oh my!
Wuerffel's 3 touchdown passes gave Florida the lead. And when the Gators needed to put the game away, his grit brought them home.
Wuerffel takes off the other way, running from the corner, he's in
Danny Wuerffel's the best. He's the best player to ever play college quarterback, I'll tell you that.
I can only imagine those conversations with Steve Spurrier. Like Desmond, Danny Wuerffel won all the college football awards: the Heisman, the Maxwell, Sporting News, Walter Camp Player of the Year, the Johnny Unitas Golden Arm, the Davey O'Brien, the Sammy Ball, and the William V. Campbell trophies. His grit has carried on past his football career. Danny serves as executive director of Desire Street Ministries, a faith-based nonprofit organization helping impoverished neighborhoods by focusing on spiritual and community development. In 2005, the Wuerffel Trophy was created in Danny's honor and is awarded to the Florida athlete who best exemplifies Danny's character both on the field and in the classroom. Ladies and gentlemen, joining me now is Dr. Tom Lally, past president, current VP of the Walter Camp Football Foundation, and to present on behalf of the foundation and underwater construction the 2021 Alumni Award to Danny Wuerffel.
In the video, it alluded to winning the Heisman Trophy, and it said it was the greatest award possible. I think some would say maybe it's the second greatest award possible, but I don't know. Maybe that's just some folks around here. Congratulations on winning the award. My daughter Macy is here with me. Macy, wave. When I was getting the plaque for being on the 25th year anniversary, and I was supposed to speak and then didn't, she texted me and she said, "That's the best speech I've ever heard you give." So thank you for that. I do want to, you always would and should thank the National Football Foundation and the people, but I want to sit on that comment for just a moment because many people here know, but many don't, and the young folks surely don't know the history, the number of years, the number of hours that have been given, volunteered, and sacrificed by all the people that are a part of this organization. It's a volunteer organization, and it just means a lot because what they're doing is very important. And in particular, I want to thank Tom Lally for his friendship and service to this and to me and to college football. So again, thank you to the foundation and to the people that make it. It's very important because it's not just the Player of the Year award and All-American. It's supporting this game of football, this game that really does impact us. In fact, I'm not a historian, Tom is, but I read that early on when they first started taking sports to the interscholastic or level where you go play other schools, it was because they wanted to teach young people, and at the time boys, lessons that you couldn't learn in a classroom. You can't teach grit or endurance or perseverance or brotherhood. Like, those are concepts, but you don't learn those that way. So they created this thing and started having interclassic sports. And in my opinion, football is one of the greatest ways to have been shaped. And so for me, my career ended a long time ago. A long time ago, I quit playing tackle football. But not a day goes by that my life isn't impacted by the lessons that I learned, by the things that I was shaped and molded as a father, a husband, a worker. All the different things were molded by that. The work I do at Desire Street, it was mentioned, working in under-resourced neighborhoods, a lot of that has been shaped in my time as a player. My desire to support the Wuerffel Trophy, the College Award for Community Service, is based on that. And there's one thing that I want to highlight that I learned from playing college football. And I already mentioned my daughter. She's here. Thankfully, she's here and not my two sons because they're crazy. But growing up, these two boys loved Legos. So they always got Legos. Every birthday, every Christmas, if they ever got money, they'd go to the store. And so you can imagine over time the amount of Legos that we accumulated in our household. And for you young parents, a Lego on a hardwood floor is really dangerous if you're barefoot. Different point. But you would think with two boys and thousands of Legos, there was plenty of toys to share. So you'd think there should never be a problem. But if you have kids, you know that eventually those two boys playing with thousands of Legos would find that one Lego that they both wanted, And the one would say, oh, that one's mine. And the other would say, oh, no, that one's mine. And he said, no, that's mine. That's mine. Wah! And, we laughed when they were 2 and 4 years old. It was kind of funny. What about like when they're 6 and 8 or 10 or 12 or maybe 18 or 24 or 48 or 60 or 70 or we may not run around screaming mine when it comes to Legos, but the way we live our lives, the way we spend our time, the way we spend our money, and the way we use our talents is usually centered around ourselves. It's about me and at best my family. But the most important thing I think we can learn in life is that life is not about you. You're not the center of a story, and if you are, it's a pretty sad, small story. But when you realize you're a part of a bigger story, and it's about the team, somebody mentioned, it's not just about me or my race or my this or my party, or this, but it's about us. It's a team sport. Life is a team sport. You begin to be able to make a difference. And I've been on some football teams. That team that won that state championship, you saw me running across the field. It took me 17 seconds, but I got, 60 yards. We weren't not near as good as that other team, but we were a team. And electricity happens on a football team when people don't care just about themselves. It happens in life, and I'm thankful for the people in this room that have worked so hard and given so much for so long to continue that opportunity for young folks to learn that lesson that we all need to learn. Life's not about you. Thank you. God bless you. And on behalf of the SEC Conference, go Gators.